and welcome back to the studio. We're saying goodbye to 8cast. They picked the Navy Raven and they stuck with them to the end, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, and they are currently out of the tournament with Cena Thomas advancing onwards. As we expected.
As we expected. I'm sure this run was a little bit heartbreaking for the 8cast guys, as it is for a lot of our other teams. Like, I'm sure it's pretty heartbreaking for the PL guys and Aggro Money team as well.
Alliance.
Yeah.
No mad from the PL guys, though.
Yeah.
They're not mad.
No, I'm sure they're fine.
There was a claim from Elise Randolph that every Nui Open, when the prize doubles, their performance doubles.
Yeah.
So by the time it's $1 million prize pool, they've got it unlocked.
So, what did you guys think about that match?
I think it was a very good match. It definitely could have gone either way at the beginning. Seeing the initial setups, I actually was leaning towards the 8cast setups. Those kiting Navy Ravens are, I think, a very strong option. They fly in a very similar way to what we've seen out of like 100 MN Tengus in previous tournaments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very, very similar idea. In this case, though, they just couldn't break through the reps on that Aneros.
And they also don't have a lot of the control problems that the 100 MN Tengus have and that sort of thing. Like, they're beefy, but they're not just like hampered incredibly on their agility.
Yep. They are still battleships, so but you're right. The 100 MN afterburners make you so slow in your turning, and they're essentially a lot easier to get around where you want them to go, and they also hit a lot farther too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm really a fan of that setup as a whole, but it just didn't do enough to take down the Aneros. It's quite possible, like we mentioned during the match, that their best bet in hindsight, although it would have been hard for me to call at the time, might have been to shoot at the rep drones just with the cruise missiles, keep the Hawks out of harm's way until later. But I can't blame them for making the call they made there. They made a call that to almost anyone would seem like one of the best options.
Yeah.
Not many people go, hey, let me shoot some rep drones with cruise missiles. That's not something I've actually ever done.
It's true. But I think this just came down to piloting. We know Cena Thomas is a really good, tried and tested tournament team. 8cast, good as well, but maybe not at the same level currently. But I can see these guys in 8cast doing wonderful things in the future if they continue participating and practicing for the tournaments like they have been doing.
Yeah,
and maybe diversify their setups a little bit and include other ships than Navy Ravens.
It's a very good point. We'll never know, because it didn't die, what jammers that Rook had, but it's possible that their predictability was their downfall. And when it comes to piloting, I really can't fault their piloting. I didn't see any obvious mistakes. They're obvious, like, everyone makes little mistakes here and there, but there was nothing like critical to it. The big downfall for kiting teams is usually either you stay too close together and you get caught one right after the other, or you fly to the arena, or you just like burn towards the other team by accident. Like, those kind of mistakes can happen. They didn't make any of them. Their Navy Ravens were spread out. They were always as far away as possible from the enemies. They actually piloted it really, really well. Yeah.
And with that being said, let's look a little bit at the matches that we've had so far today and what we're going to have for the rest of the day. What we had so far is Facebook Alliance dropping out against about as good as a German Skilison. No Boundaries taking out Agmar Money Team in the upset of the day so far. Raging Homo Sapiens taking down Parental Advisory, and 8cast being eliminated by a Cena Thomas team.
Unfortunately, that means I'm only 50-50 with my prediction.
I'm 50-50 as well. We'll pick up.
Do you know who's got 3 of 4 correct? This guy.
Yes.
Good job.
But I'm still ahead of both of you in overall prediction, so I'm doing fine.
For the next couple matches, we've got some pretty good ones. Stay Frosty, definitely a fan favorite, I think, at this point. Rick Javix has been very, very active, tweeting about how excited he is about this match, and I know like he's a really, really well-known blogger and a Big Eve personality, so it'll be really cool to see how his
some really cool pirate collectible cards, which is really awesome. If you haven't seen that, go check that out on his Twitter.
But he's up against wizards.
Yes.
Is there any force in the universe greater than that of a wizard?
Yeah, so if
you look at pretty much every medieval movie, who wins, the pirates or the wizards? That's a good question.
I don't think I've ever seen any medieval movies with pirates and wizards.
We should make one.
Yes.
We should just go out to the parking lot and film a Pirates
of the Caribbean had like shamans or something like that.
Yeah, but
those aren't wizards. Wizards have pointy hats and robes with stars on them.
Well,
like
Merlin,
Blackbeard
the TV show Merlin probably has
versus
pirates.
Merlin. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Blackbeard
Well,
would have
wait,
a gun.
is it
That
like-
would actually be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think actually, I don't remember any wizard spells that protect you from guns
Yeah, that's
or
gonna be the tough
or
part.
cannons.
Wingardium Leviosa just levitates the bullet midair. It's fine.
Like the Matrix. You sure you're not just thinking of the Matrix?
So everybody in Twitch chat is screaming that Pirates win.
We'll have to see
Well,
though.
there are
It's gonna
some
be tough.
Wizards here as well. So
The what really disappoints me is that we have a pirate card for Rise, who's actually always been like this solo PvP and 0-0 guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Not
we don't have a
in
pirate
any
card
way.
for me, who like I flew in lowsec with. I was in the Pirate Coalition with
wow,
Universal
am I
Securities
sensing a little bit of
and,
bitterness there.
in Ben and
Steve Ozzy?
Snigwaff, and when we
A
were
little
back.
bit of jealousy.
I'm upset that I don't have a pirate card because I've sailed a tall ship from Boston to Bermuda and back.
There you go. That's what your card should
I
say.
am an actual real life pirate. It was a difficult time during my formative teenage years.
Did you plunder anything?
Some booty, yes.
You plundered some booty.
In my formative teenage years, yes.
You pillaged and plundered booty. All right, that's too much information for anybody involved.
Yeah.
But let's
For
look
those
at,
for those who don't know, just because we didn't actually talk about it,
yeah.
for those wondering how CCP Rise suddenly became so much more handsome, I'm actually CCP Dolan, not Michael Bolton, as I was introduced by CCP Rise.
Yes.
So I just wanted to update anybody who's just tuning in for the first time today. CCP Dolan.
Although if you got a pirate card, you would have to say Michael Bolton.
No. Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would
But
have
it's
to.
fine because you don't
Yes.
deserve a pirate card, so we'll never have to worry about that.
So, guys, before we just don't have any time to talk about the next match, let's go over the bans. We actually don't have any time to talk about the next match because it is ready.
Hey.
So I'm going to
Dominic
just...
Dischar Sleipnir Golem.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dominic Star Slip and Golem, basic bans.
Lots of common bans.
We've talked a little bit about the two teams. It's time to find out, do the Pirates or the Wizards win? Predictions, CCP Fozzie.
I'm going to go with Wizards.
I'm gonna go with I have pirates circled.
Ooh. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm going to go with the Wizards on this one.
You're a lizard.